Hello, distance learning students. I hope y'all are doing well. I am going to start the lesson today. It's going to be lesson 1, 2, and it is order of operations, which should sound very familiar. You've done this. Well, you did it last year. So I am actually going to start out by reminding you of PEMDAS. Okay. P, parentheses, E, exponents, M and D, multiply, divide, A and S, addition and subtraction. Now I have these two underlined together because this can go from left to right, either order, as well as addition and subtraction. And I will show you that shortly. So let me write this down. P, E, M, D, A, S. Now I apologize if I make a mistake. It might get a little messy, but hopefully I won't make mistakes. But that is what I have my red pen for. Right here. So there we go. All right, so order is very important, the key word here. So P is for parentheses, E is for exponents. For example, 5x squared. That is an exponent. Okay, M stands for multiply. D is divide or division. Those two go together. And A stands for addition. S stands for subtraction. And there we go. And these go together. So there's some good notes. I highly suggest you remember this. Okay. And let's start out with some examples. I am following the book. So I'm going to start out with example number 1, which is 3 to the 5th power. Please remember the exponent tells you how many times you want to write that number. 5 times 3 to the 5th power, 3 times 3 times 3, 5 times. Okay, and you do the math. Forgive me 1 second. I'm going to turn over my folder. Pause for just a second. There we go. I didn't realize there was a sticker. And if you do the math in your head, you were really good, but the answer to this is 243. 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and so forth. All right, so another one just like it, I'm going to call that A, I'm going to call this B. So let's do another one just like it. Let's go 2 to the 4th power. So we have 2 4 times. 2 to the 4th power. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2, 16. And please get in the habit of circling or boxing your numbers. It's just neater. Okay. All right, let's move on to example 2. Just to let you know, Every now and then there may be a pause, but I won't be too long. I won't take too long. I'm writing the problem down, and the book is on the wrong side. Okay, here is example 2. All right, so order of operations. Do I have any parentheses? No. Do I have any exponents? Yes. So what you need to do is you need to do the exponent. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is simply 4. So what I'm going to do is I am simply going to keep writing everything and bring it down. So the only thing that changed was this right here. Okay, now I've done exponents. Now can I multiply or divide? Do I need to multiply or divide? I do see a division. I do, and it is right here. 8 divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so I'm going to bring that down. 16 minus 2 plus 14. So I've done. I don't see any multiplication, no multiplication, so I'm done. Lastly, addition or subtraction, left to right. I have both. So I'm going to go from left to right because these two go together. Left to right, 16 minus 2 is 14. Bring this down. 14 plus 14 is 28. And please remember to box your answers. As you look at that problem, I'm writing, and if I don't move the paper up in time, I will move it. So I apologize, but I will move it. Okay, let's call this one A. Let's do another one. Let's call this one B. So we are doing example 2B. (20 minus 7 plus 8 squared, there's your exponent, minus 7 times 11. And I will give you a hint. This answer is going to be quite interesting, okay? Let's look at parentheses. Do I have any parentheses? No. Up here I wrote an X. Right, no. Either one is fine. I think I like no better. Exponents. Here they are. Let's do the math. 8 squared. 8 times 8 is 64. Bring everything else down. 20 minus 7 plus 64 minus 7 times 11. Check. Now let's multiply or divide. I do have one multiplication. I don't have any division, so we need to do this 7 times 11, which is 77. I'm going to bring everything else down. Watch your spacing there. Okay, I've done that. Addition and subtraction. Okay, I'm going to do this one at a time, and please remember this goes together, left to right. Left to right, 20 minus 7 is 13 plus 64 minus 77. 13 plus 64 is 77 minus 77. And guess what? Our answer is 0. There I go. My apologies. I didn't give you enough room. But there are 2 examples right there for order of operations. Pause just a second. Let you look at it. Let you look at your work. Okay, I'm going to take this paper away and I'm going to get a new one. So hold on one second. This lesson is very detailed. There's a lot in this lesson, okay? So now let's look at example 3A. Okay. 4 divided by 2 plus 5 parentheses 10 minus 6. Let me check my screen. Okay, there we go. Now what we have in this problem, we did not have in the others, parentheses. We absolutely have parentheses, and here they are. They're pretty obvious. Okay, so need to do that. So 10 minus 6 is 4. So what you can do here is, because you have this, I'm going to keep the parentheses just so I know I am still multiplying, because here it can get confusing because there's no addition. This is understood to be multiplied. Okay, so we have 5 times 4. So we've done our parentheses. We don't have any exponents. Let's look at multiply and divide. We have 4 divided by 2, which is 2, plus 5 times 4 is 20. I did that in one step. Let me go back. We have both multiplication and division. So we go from left to right. Okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2. 5 times 4 is 20. You still bring that addition symbol down because we have not added yet or subtracted. So now we add, and the answer is 22. So in that problem, we did not have exponents. Okay, take a minute and look at that. All right, and let's do one more. Let's do one more in this little section. 3B. Let me check my screen. Okay, I have enough room for you. Let's look at, I'm going to give you a fraction. I'm going to say 2 to the 3rd power minus 5 over 15 plus 9. Okay, no parentheses, exponents. Yes, we do. So even though I wrote an equal sign, I'm going to actually write here because it's a fraction. 2 to the 3rd power is 8. There I go with a mistake. Sorry. 8 minus 5, my fault, over 15 plus 9. Done that. Multiply or divide. We do not have multiply or division. Even though it is a fraction, we have to keep it in a fraction until the very end. So now let's add and subtract. 8 minus 5 is 3 over 15 plus 9 is 24. Now we need to simplify our fraction because 3 over 24 is definitely not simplified. And our answer is 1/8. 1/8, excuse me. Okay, I actually have 2 more problems to go, and then I'm done. This is a lot of information. Let me check my screen. So we'll go to example 4. Call this 4A. Here we are going to have values for variables. Here's our expression, 3x squared plus 2y plus z to the third. Here's where it gets interesting. X equals 4. Y equals, give me 1 second, 5, and z is 3. Okay? Give you a second to write that down. Okay? What we're going to do now is we are going to substitute these numbers in here. Okay? Keyword is substitute. I am going to take this x out, and this x will become a 4. So we have 3, 4 squared plus 2 times 5 plus 3 to the third power. Take a minute and make sure. X is 4. There's your 4. Y is 5. There it is. Substituting in. It's kind of like when a teacher's out, they get a substitute for their place. And 3. Now we have to do parentheses and so forth. We actually have a lot going on in this area right here. We could do a couple of steps. So here's my parentheses. Within the parentheses, I have an exponent. So I actually need to do that first. So I'm doing my parentheses. Okay, I'm going to write a check. 3 to the third power is 9. Nope, it's not 9. It is, see? I'm going to go over here. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Mistake number 2. That's okay. Plus 2 times 5 is 10. I'm going to bring everything down. 10 plus 27 is 37. Okay, now let's do my exponents. I've kind of done one, but I still have another one. So 4 squared is 16 times 3. So there's that. Multiply, divide. I need to multiply 3 times 16, 48. Bring this down. Okay, so now I've multiplied, and now I can add or subtract. And your answer should be 85. Okay. Take a minute, check your work. In my opinion, this is not hard. You just have to double check you're substituting for the right variables. X goes in for X, Y goes in for Y, Z goes in for Z. All right, I'm going to stop there. You have 2 pages of notes. And I will send this probably Monday morning.